Okay, here's the plan for today. First of all, I want to prepare you for a quiz for Chapter 11, which is going to be coming in just a few days. So it's important for you to work as hard as you can today to really understand this stuff. And I know you can do it. Your groups of four are excellent, and you've been doing better with them every time we do it. So you're going to be working in groups of four with your sub. Don't change groups. Just you're stuck with the people that you have, and there's a design for that made that worthwhile. Those of you who, since we have no homework tonight, those of you who have any makeup work to do, I encourage you strongly to use this free time tonight, at least free from chemistry, to make up whatever homework you've missed. And of course, if you were absent, you can make it up for full credit. So let's move on here and let's see what's going to be happening. At least one person in each group of four take a picture of this screen. And your substitute will pause now and give you a chance to do that. Great, now that all of you have had a chance to get that first screen, that's your directions. And maybe we should go back there and just go through it real quickly. You're going to work a problem out just like you always do. Give and find the whole works, including how you got the molar mass. Show equalities that you use, and I'm going to demonstrate all this to you, but I'm just stepping you through it right now. For each fraction, describe why each fraction's denominator must be on the bottom and what it accomplishes. So be sure you cancel each unit of measure as you go, just like we always do, and show your answers in scientific notation. Here's the work, and let's stop the video again. Give you a chance to take a picture, at least one person in each group of four, take a picture of this screen so you don't have to keep coming back to it during the period. Okay, now, Miss Alamsharian is going to pass out to you blank paper, and that's over where we always have it. She'll pass them out at the end of the rows, and then you send them down. Everybody needs 3 pieces of paper. The reason you need 3 pieces of paper is because you have front and back. You're going to use a whole half sheet of paper for each problem, and you're going to be pretty much filling it up. So 2 sides, that gets you 4 out of the 10 problems. And then you have another paper with the next 4, which takes you to 8. And then the last paper is where you have your last 2 problems. Okay, let's move on. Now, I'm going to do the last problem for you. So what you need to do is get out whatever paper you're going to use for your last paper, and this will be the very last problem, so it'll be at the bottom of the sheet, and you won't have to worry about putting in arrows or any nonsense like that. So, just like always, we start with the given and the find, and for us to work these kinds of problems, generally, most of these problems will require you to do the molar mass of all things, and I want you to use the format that I've used with you in class before, and so it'll look just like this. Next, we've got to show the equalities that we're going to need along with our calculation. So leave a little bit of space here and run your calculation. In this case, we have the given over 1. Okay, the given over 1, and let's get the arrow here so I can point to what I'm talking about. Our given over 1, of course, is just what was given in the problem. The next guy is going to come from this equality. So I want you to write the equality before you write that guy. And then tell what it did. Okay, it's converting grams to moles. So this guy comes down to this guy, and I'll just put a little arrow in there, and now at the end of this problem, or at the end of this fraction, you're going to have moles of carbon dioxide, which is what we started out with. In the next fraction, before we can do this guy, we've got to know that the mole ratio in the molecule of carbon dioxide, and let's go up there and look at one. Oh, I've got one down here. We're fine. So we look at carbon dioxide, that's 1 carbon if we were trying to find carbons, but it's 2 oxygens because of the subscript of CO2. or the subscript of oxygen in CO2 is a better way to say that. So this converts moles of carbon dioxide to moles of oxygen, and that's what the fraction is all about. This is where it comes from, right up here. This is where you're writing it. Next, you want to go ahead and use the A. I like doing that because it makes the problem look more reasonable to do. And to do this, of course, the A is your 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. And that's the number of atoms that equal a mole of oxygen atoms. And so this guy comes down into this right there. And for purposes of your calculator, you're just going to put in the 6.02. So you run your calculator with all of these fractions, get your number out of your calculator for taking the 52, dividing by 44, multiplying by 2, and then multiplying by the 6.02. Oops, let me do that. Okay. Multiply by the 6.02 part of the AVO number. And that's where you get this guy from. Next, you bring down your power of 23. Don't even worry about that with your calculator. And now, when you, excuse me, when you move your decimal from here to here, that's moving to the left, that increases your power of 24, and there you have it. This is the complete stuff that you want on every single problem that you do today. Now, get together in those groups of 4 and make this a productive day for yourselves that you'll be proud of, and know that you have a better understanding of yourself. And if you're one of the people in the group that needs help, be sure you ask for it and make sure you understand. And everybody will benefit, and it's nothing but a win-win situation for all of you. I'll see you back in class as soon as I am capable of allowing my wife to be alone for an entire day. And I don't think that will be too long. She's progressing well. So, see y'all. Have fun today.